Hi, I'm Danny. Welcome back to another video. A bad crankshaft sensor that can cause all sorts of problems, from a no start condition and rough idling to decreased power and fuel economy. Sometimes it even throws a check engine light, but not always. In this video, I'll show you how to test the crankshaft sensor and the wiring on my 2009 Honda Civic. This process is similar for many other makes and models. We'll cover some quick checks like checking the tachometer while you're cranking the engine and using a scan tool. Keep in mind that the crankshaft sensor often fails intermittently. My car's sensor is currently working fine, so the readings I get will represent a healthy sensor. Let's get started by locating the sensor and disconnecting the sensor harness. The crank sensor on my 2009 Honda Civic is located right down here. But before we take off the connector, let's go inside the car and let me show you a couple more checks that you can make. If your car won't start at all, it just cranks, the first thing I would check if you have a tachometer is to see if that tachometer bumps up from 0. If that tachometer doesn't move, you know you have a crank sensor problem. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you how to check the wiring and the crank sensor. The second check I would do, I would get my scan tool. I would check for codes. It says no trouble codes. So we're going to exit. And then we're going to go down and read data stream. So here, I want to look for engine speed. There's a lot of information here. This is a great scanner, and I did a video on this, and it's not very expensive, and I urge you to check out that video. And then we're looking for engine speed. Engine speed is right here. We're going to select it, and then we're going to say OK. And then we're going to crank the engine, and then what we're looking for is the RPM right here. So we got 1205, so we do have cranking RPM. If that tachometer doesn't move, you know you have a crank sensor problem. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you how to check the wiring and the crank sensor. If you have cranking RPM, but the car still doesn't start, I would check the fuel pump next. I have a video on this. I'll add a link to it at the end of this video and in the description. This video will focus on testing the crankshaft position sensor. Let's start by removing the crankshaft sensor harness connector. I need to know if the computer is supplying the proper voltage and ground to that sensor. The crankshaft position sensor provides the car's computer with engine RPM and the position of the crankshaft. This information is used to control the injector and the spark timing. If the crank sensor fails, the computer won't get this information and the engine either won't run or it won't run properly. Here's my crankshaft sensor connector. It's got 3 wires. So one of these wires will be power, one of them's going to be ground, and the other one's going to be the signal wire, and I believe that should have 5 volts on it. So I'm going to do these tests with the key on. So I've got my meter on voltage scale, I got my ground lead hooked up to the ground side of the battery, and now I'm going to front probe, and I should have 12 volts here. I do. Now I'm going to move my meter lead to the power side because I'm going to check for ground. So this one should have, I should see 12 volts if I have a good ground. There we go. We got 12 volts. And then the middle one should have a 5 volt reference. So let's go ahead and bring this back over to the ground side, and we're going to check for a 5 volt reference. And there it is. I have the 5 volt reference. So now we're going to plug this into the sensor and we're going to start the car. but we need to back probe that signal wire. So that's what I'm going to do now. Let's just come back here, take our back probe, and we're going to go between the insulation and that seal. There we go. We got our 5-volt reference. Now let's plug this in and start the car. If you didn't get battery voltage, a good ground, or the 5-volt reference signal, you'll need to check the wiring before performing the next test that I'm about to show you. I have the harness plugged back in. I've got my meter set on Hertz. And my spec, once the engine's running, at 750 RPM should be 130 to 150 Hertz. And at 2500 RPM, it should be 400 to 500 Hertz. Let's start the engine and see what we get. So I've got 275, and the spec is 130 to 150 Hertz. My idle's quite a bit higher. It's at 1300 RPMs, and it says it's 750 RPMs. It should be 130, and it also says RPM increases, frequency also increases. So this is the kind of reading you're going to get if the engine's cold. Now it's telling me to bump it up to 2500 RPMs, and I should get 400 to 500 Hertz. So let's bump it up to 2500. Right at 2500 right now. So let's see what we have on there. I'm going to go back to idle. And I've got a cold engine, so my idle's a little high right now. And let's go ahead and shut her down. We're at 1200 RPMs right now. Now I'm going to show you an oscilloscope waveform of a known good crank sensor using the V500 Pro. If you haven't seen this tool in action, I did a full review video on this tool, and I'll put a link in the description. I've already got the harness pulled off, and there's 3 wires, as you can see here. So one's going to have power, one's going to have ground, and the other one's going to be the signal wire from the crankshaft. So I want to go to probe, and I'm going to push OK. Now I just need to see if there's power and ground. So this one has power. The other one here should have ground. It does. It has 0 ohms. To where the one on the other side has 11.92 volts battery voltage. So the middle one is going to be my signal wire. So to check that, I got to plug this back in, hook it up, and start the car. So we're going to go and back probe it. I'm going to come right back here with my back probe. And now it says 4.9 volts. Let me plug this in and we'll start the car. I've got the crank sensor harness back onto the crank sensor. So I just need to go to oscilloscope, say OK. And we want transverse. Okay, there's our oscilloscope. And let's go start the car. So here's our oscilloscope wave pattern with the car running. This one looks good. It looks like it's going 0 to 5 volts. Let's say your car didn't start at all. Let me shut this down and let's disconnect the coils so the car doesn't start. And let me show you what it would look like if you had a car that wouldn't run. So the car is cranking, but it's not starting. If you saw this pattern, this is a good crank sensor. It's going 0 to 5 volts. So you would have to look elsewhere for your problem. I wanted to share with you my electrical test kit. I use this kit on almost every electrical job I do. I used this on this job that I just showed you. It was my back probe. And then it also has these. It's got different sizes for different connectors, different connections. And they all have the banana jack here. This wasn't very expensive. I don't really remember how much it was, but I'll put a link to it in the description. I hope you learned something in today's video. I left product links and video links to everything I referenced and used in today's video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't wanna